so much again for joining me on this channel. As always, I'm very grateful for all your previous views, likes and subscriptions. We've got today an opportunity to look at Sikhism and holy places, and I'm really excited about this one because one of the things that got me thinking to begin with, before we even look at a few Sikh holy places, is why visit a holy place to begin with? Why do people do this? Why might people go on a pilgrimage or make a special journey or a detour, be it for a day or for even a few weeks or months? Well, I think first of all, and you'll have many more ideas, no doubt, but it's a connection with tradition. If your forebears have done it before you, if maybe a family member is going with you, it's a real sense of connecting with a tradition. To think that other people have gone to that same place and are doing the same thing or something similar. I think also it's just sometimes just to see an artifact, seeing something with your own eyes, experiencing something yourself, and not just on a screen, is really quite something. And I suppose when people go and take photos of themselves or selfies and at a particular place, it's not just because they want a photograph of it, because you can probably buy photographs at the gift shop or download one for free. It's because they want to prove that they've been there, and seeing something yourself is always more powerful, isn't it? And also there's this idea of self-discovery. I know it sounds a little cheesy, a little kind of, yes, I was on a journey of self-discovery, but it's about this idea, isn't it, of bettering yourself in some way. I think also it's about strengthening and a chance to make new relationships. If you're going with a group of people, that can help to forge stronger ties, but also you get to meet new people. And I suppose if you think about it, when we think about our friends, one of the reasons why we connect with our friends, or we have those friends that we do, is that we do similar things. We like doing the same activities. And if you think about the activities that you like doing, you will tend to do them with your friends. I'm not sure which came first, the activity or the friend, but I don't think that's a coincidence. And I think the other thing as well, so I'm kind of top heavy with questions at the moment, but just consider secular holy places. Now, secular is anything to do without religion, so nothing to do with religion at all. And sometimes a museum might be special where something is placed. It might be at the British Museum. I remember going there to look at the crystal skull that was there, which I thought was very cool. It might be going to an art gallery for a picture. So think about all those people who go to the Louvre to see the Mona Lisa, or maybe a sports stadium for a significant event. And that can often be a very powerful first time, particularly if it's going to a sports event with your family who support the same team. So just think about some of those secular holy places too. Well, let's get back to thinking about Sikhism. Now we've set the scene. And this stunning building is the Golden Temple at Amritsar. Its proper name is the Harminder Sahib. And it really is an astonishing piece of work, and it's the most important building in the Sikh faith. It is built in Amritsar in the Punjab region, which is in the west of India, and it's built on this extraordinary 20-meter square platform in the middle of a lake. And what's interesting is that Gurdwaras often have 4 entrances to symbolise people being welcome from all 4 corners of the globe. But you can only enter the Golden Temple through one entrance. The idea is that everybody is equal. Everyone is a child of God. And what's interesting as well is that it slopes down the entrance. Okay, so you're humble before God. As well as being covered with gold leaf, hence the name Golden Temple, it also has inscriptions from the Guru Granth Sahib on it as well. And it contains the original edition of the Guru Granth Sahib, and readings from it begin at dawn. And then there's a special procession every morning and night, and it really is a great honour to take part in it. And Opposite as well is a building called the Akal Takht, which is where Sikhs will often meet to make important decisions, and Sikhs from all over the world will go and meet there. So that is the Golden Temple of Amritsar, and it really is an absolute sight to behold. And you will see too, it's got, just like every other Gurdwara, it's got the Nishan Sahib there as well, that flag to denote it is a Sikh place of worship. But there are other holy sites too that are visited in the Sikh faith. There is Nankana Sahib. This is where Guru Nanak grew up. It used to be called Talwindi, but it changed its name to honour the Guru. And you can see as well, this is a town that people will go and visit. And it's just interesting, isn't it, how we like to get close to those people we admire, those people we really value. People might go to Graceland for Elvis, or Sikhs will go to Nankana Sahib to honour Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism. And again, that got me thinking a little bit more about, we need to remember that Sikhs do not worship the gurus, okay? Sikhs worship God, Waheguru, okay? But they are respected. But then I got playing around with some ideas, thinking about, well, what is the difference between worship and respect? Is there a line? Is there a blurred boundary? And we talk about respect in the secular world too, as well, don't we? Having respect for something. I think that to worship something, you've got to have respect for whatever you're worshipping, obviously. But it seems to me that you can respect something without actually even liking it or worshipping it. So maybe you could respect a piece of literature written by someone and say, well, I respect it because someone wrote the book and they put it together, but I don't actually like it. So maybe that's something to be thinking about as well in your studies. Think about what's that line between respect and worship and admire and adulate and adoration, and how do these different words, of course words can change meaning as well, and they can change meaning in terms of translations as well, and particularly if you're translating from one language to another, it may not exactly fit, and so how important is that to have, if you're worshipping, to have that in a language that you understand, or is it better to learn the original language that religion was written in? So again, I'm sorry I go off on a bit of a tangent, but it just got me thinking. I think, oh yes, another one. This is great. Anandpur. This is the birthplace of the Khalsa. As we know, the 5 Ks are really important. The Khalsa, those warrior saints, those soldier saints, those men and women sing Lion for men and Kaur for princess. And so this is where the 10th Guru began the Khalsa, but it's also the place where the head of Guru Tej Bahadur was cremated after he'd been beheaded for refusing, okay, to give up on his faith. And I think that's really powerful, isn't it? A martyr is someone who's willing to die for their beliefs, and he was willing to do that. And sometimes in religions, and also in political beliefs and other beliefs as well, someone who is killed for their beliefs, a martyr, can be a really potent and powerful symbol that can endure, such as the example here in Anandpur. I think as well, what's the other place? Oh yes, this is another extraordinary place. This is Hazur Sahib, and this is a Gurdwara in Nandia, okay, in southern India, and this is a place where Guru Gobind Singh died. And what's interesting, there's a museum there. We can go and see some of his clothes, and that's must be extremely powerful as well, to go and see actual artifacts from one of the gurus. Just think how powerful it must be. So for example, think of those in other faiths, when perhaps some Christians will go and look at the Turin shroud, believing it to be the burial shroud of Christ, or actually seeing physical remnants that belong to someone who was an important part of your faith is a really powerful idea, isn't it? Again, they're not worship, that's important. The clothes are not worship, but it's just a physical reminder of that person's presence, of the guru's presence. And having those clothes is great. And also, which is really cool, there's also a horse there which is believed to have been descended from the same lineage from the Guru, and that horse is still used as well for procession. Not the original horse, but that DNA has sort of carried on, and that's a real physical connection as well. So I think with these holy places, isn't it? You don't just get a sense of physicality and a sense of space, but also a spiritual and emotional connection. So I know it's been a bit of a whirlwind helicopter tour, but I do hope there's been something in there for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy your learning.